Hello there, this is of course Nick Dutch back again one more time. I know I slacked on doing the Tarot show on the Nick Dutch Tarot channel. I've got more things to do on the Get Me Off Grid video blog, but it's a question of time and I have been very busy as of late, so essentially do forgive me for that. And I just want to address the issue of screaming at trolls and basically why I do it. The one of the more recent videos I've done, which was called Vehemently Angry as a Thick Shit brackets rant brackets, with the word vehemently misspelled because I was just not concentrating and didn't really care, and I just typed the word in and thought, to hell with it, really. Why did I do it? Okay, there's been a few commenters on there who say things like, you fall for their trollish ploy every time, and, don't feed the trolls and that sort of thing. But let's be honest here, we're on the internet, alright? Now, the internet has a attention economy, and people want to have something to grab their attention. Fortunately for myself personally, I am someone who gets very passionately inflamed about various different things. I am doing a politically charged job. I have ideas which are politically charged. When I say politically, I don't mean party politically. I'm talking about the sphere of human activity whereby individuals attempt to resolve their differences, because that's what the word politics actually means in practice. And so there's people with various ideas as to what my job should be about, shouldn't be about, and so on and so forth. Okay? If I, being someone who is involved in these subjects, was just to talk about it in a calm demeanor and just to have a very objective, rational stance on everything, I don't think I would actually get people watching. I think one of the reasons that that one particular video is done comparatively well, considering how short term it's been up there on the internet. And some of my videos have got like about 35,000 views, 100,000 views, and so on and so forth because of the duration and the subject. Okay, and I think the reason that this one's done reasonably well in this short space of time is because I've included the word rant, and people know that there is going to be something there which is going to grab their attention. When I've done videos that had quite an intelligent, objective, deeply philosophical analysis or assessment in it, it would not normally do very well. The kind of videos that I do, which do very well, have the word demon or demonology in the title, or the word Ouija or Ouija board or something like that in the title. Those ones will get thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of views. Okay? Those are which are much more to do with helping people to understand things and trying to work out where someone's going wrong in terms of their reasoning, in terms of their thinking, or in terms of their belief structure. Don't do all that well. So if I was to tell you in the title and maybe in the information section, the first bit of the information box which you see when you're scrolling through your list of the videos on YouTube, which says angry, don't watch, that sort of thing, or violent demon, Ouija, Satan, about to depopulate the planet, that's the kind of video that will probably do reasonably well. So it is actually important for me to rant and rave. It is important for me to scream and shout and make people aware of where I'm coming from. For those of you who have been following my channel for a while, you've probably come to the conclusion that I'm coming from a certain point of view and I feel a certain type of pain or a certain type of issue associated with the way in which the world is going, especially my own industry, so to speak, namely the psychic industry or new age industry or spiritualist industries, because it's rather sick in many ways, and there are people who are disturbing the minds of innocent individuals through promoting in a way which I disapprove of strongly, and using ideas and reasoning in a way in which I disapprove of strongly, which is purely for economic reasons for those people. Alright, namely the person who's spouting that shit just wants to make tons of money out of distorting someone's thoughts, whereas I'm approaching this from a different point of view. Namely, I have had some strange experiences which blew my mind, which led me down certain trains of thought and things I wanted to find out more about. I think a lot of my ideas when I came onto YouTube were not totally fully formed, and so YouTube has been a learning experience for me, just as it's been a learning experience for you as well, one would assume. So I'm still learning and growing, but essentially my core point is still there, namely these experiences that I've had, they're real because they're experiences. Okay, but we still, as I carry on saying, there's so many things we can't say about them, which is why there's a problem. Now, the New Age world does things differently. What they do is say, yes, we can say this, yes, we can say that. And sometimes they provide relatively good arguments, but often they are based upon logical fallacies. All right, they use logical fallacies for the purposes of confusing the reasoning and thinking processes of the potential customer. Someone who is actually a professional tarot reader like myself would not traditionally do what I do, namely to come onto this channel and disagree with these beliefs. Or no, it's not a question of disagreeing with the beliefs, everyone's free to have their own beliefs, but disagreeing with this expression of ideas, or the reasoning that goes behind them, or why a person thinks that there is a ghost or angel or demon or spirit or whatever trying to attack them, or why a person thinks there's a curse on their life when there probably isn't, and they just crap at doing a few things, And this is why I think I'm doing some good. It's almost like this is like an undiscovered country, this particular area of the New Age environment, because it's just not been done much. And that's why I'm here. And yes, I'm glad to be on the partner program and actually make some money from my videos. I need it because I'm not doing too well financially. And I've got some great visions of things I want to do for myself and for other people. And so it is important that I do also earn money from doing this work. But I'm doing it differently. Okay? I'm not just turning around to you and saying like, see this? Yes, this was an ancient magical tool. Yes, this has been passed on to me by Albertus Magnus himself. Now, to you, it looks like a perfectly ordinary pair of domestic scissors. It would, wouldn't it? Just shows you how cunning their technology was in those days. I mean, this actually goes back 3,500 years. They didn't have scissors made out of stainless steel in those days, so I think it came out of a UFO. Yes, yes. There are people who actually do this, alright? I mean, when I was trying to understand my strange experiences when I was young, I'd go to like the bookshop that would have like the New Age and spirituality section, or I'd go to a secondhand bookshop and try and look around anything vaguely strange and occult and trying to find the truth. And I would come across people who would say that no, a clear quartz crystal was actually part of the propulsion technology for a UFO because it's far too regular to actually be occurring in nature. When, like, geological science tells us how quartz crystals are made. And it's got nothing to do with fucking UFOs. At all. Oh, dear. There's a whole industry based upon not helping people. And actually doing people harm. I don't want to be a part of it. So I'm in the industry as a professional tarot reader, professional psychic, a professional spiritualist, entertainer, and I'm pretty damn good. I ain't perfect at it, but I'm pretty damn good. And I'm also teaching people critical thoughts and doubts. But there's no way it's a bad thing to scream when you're on the internet. It's like a Punch and Judy show, okay? And everyone's lost their attention span. There is one great YouTube user out there who I haven't seen around for a while. And he said that he's learnt an awful lot more breadth of ideas, but he's lost the depth. So he'd only listen to half of the classical CD or only read a quarter of this, that, or the other, because like the internet culture just teaches you can have a bit of fun there, a bit of fun there, a bit of fun there, a bit of fun there. And so, yeah, I'm going to scream and shout. It gets attention, but it's also getting attention for the right reasons. and hopefully my screaming will actually be both entertaining and enlightening for you, which is part of my goal here. When I say, I mean, this whole ideological demographic, the religious demographic, spiritual demographic, which involves paganism, occultism, witchcraft, chaos magic, and all the rest of it, it's just full of damage. And I don't think I could live with myself. And I don't think I will be able to die, when I do finally die, in peace, if I hadn't tried to do something about it. Alright? And I am helping. And I've seen evidence in the way that other people have treated me as a result of what I've done here, which has shown that I have helped people. And I can't deal with every single problem on the face of the planet, despite the fact that that's where my heart wants to go. I want to try and solve every problem on the face of the planet. That's what I do. That's what I'm like. And that way of thinking has got me into a lot of trouble in the past, because I'd end up doing too much. And too much for one man, But I'm not quite like that now. I found I am something which is there to sort out a problem. Okay? And I'm going to carry on. So if you think I'm feeding the trolls, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm actually using my knowledge of how fucked the world really is, and how bad people's attention is on the internet, to try and help people develop better thinking. Okay? God bless.